Okay. How good are you at antiques, collectibles, and general knowledge? Well, we're going to have a little game today. Guess the item. I got 10 items. Let's see how many you can get right. Okay, before I get started, let me give you a little introduction. My name is Walter O'Neill. I'm a UK reseller. I'm an antique dealer, so I know what they are. I buy and sell antiques, collectibles, and flip them for a profit. You won't find me on eBay. I'm on my own website, AntiquesArena.com. So please feel free to go and have a browse. I got thousands of items on there of very interesting quality. Now, 10 items I've picked off my website. If you watch my films regular, you'll know what they are. But if you don't, then test your antique knowledge. So we'll get started and we'll have a see how many you get. Now, I'm going to give you the answer after each one. So you haven't got to wait till the end for the answers. I'm going to show you the item, wait a couple of seconds, and then give you the answer. So let's see how we go. Should we get started? Good luck. Leave a comment. Let me know how many you get right. It's only 10. Let's see how many of you get 10 out of 10. Here we go. Okay, so this is the first piece. It is all inlaid wood, and it is some form of instrument. 2 foot long. Any ideas? Give you a few seconds to have a think. This is a relatively easy one, I think, anyway, for most of you, because a lot of you will have used these. So, the first one is a barometer, British-made OC barometer, which is, and that, I can't even pronounce that, Ornato Committee barometer. So we have a vintage British-made barometer. Hopefully you got that right. The next one. Number 2, I got 2 photographs of this one for you. So this is the first one. And this one should help you greatly. And this one's really, really interesting. These are actually little coins that are set in here, all over it. So, are you ready? Okay, let's see how many of you get this one right. We have a large Indian silver straining bowl set with what I believe to be rupee coins. It is silver, it's unmarked silver, and it would sit over a large tea or mug, I believe, for straining maybe tea leaves, that type of thing. Give you a little look at it. It's quite an interesting thing. You can see the coins there. I think they're rupees, could be wrong. But either way, real nice strainer. Let's see, move on. Number 3. This is going to have quite a few of you. If you haven't watched my video, good luck with this one. These are solid copper, heavy solid copper or bronze. They have screws, so they open. If I zoom in here, you can see the screws there. So they actually open like this bottom one here. Bottom one there's got a little bit of damage on there, which has been forced open. But you would take the screw out and it would open out like so. So I'm going to give you a second to have a think of that one. This one's quite unique. Are you ready? How many of you got that one? It was a collection or a group of copper nose rings for a big Hereford bowl. So these are heavy rings that would sit in the nose of a Hereford bowl. They'd open up. They're British made. They are fully stamped up British made, and the maker's mark for Hayat's Wrote, whatever that is. Oh, I don't know what happened there. And stamped up British made there. There you go, British made. They're not fortunes, but a really unique, interesting thing. So, should we get back to the next one? One number we on now. Number 4. Have you anyone got all 3 right? Yes, yet, because that was a hard one. Okay, so another bit of Indian. And there is carved wood, but what is it? Nice little thing, actually. Okay. A couple little seconds, and we're going to move on. Hopefully you've got it. Now, if you're cheating, you're only cheating yourself, so be honest with your answers. And here we have it. It is an Indian carved wooden bookshelf, but it's a sliding bookshelf. So it falls down there, and it opens out. Yeah. So as your book collection grows, your shelf grows with it. How cool is that? Okay, what are we on now? Let's have a look. Oh, we're halfway. Number 5. So there we go. This is a silver piece with a glass liner. So fingers crossed you get an idea what that is. Now, I know size is important, so I'm going to give you the size of this one. It's only 2 inches by 2 inches. A photograph can show something any size, can't it? So it's 2 inches by 2 inches. 2 inches tall, 2 inches diameter. So hopefully that'll help you with guessing what it is. I thought it'd be a bit cheating if I didn't tell you, wouldn't it? And we have an English sterling silver and Bristol blue glass salt. There you go. You can see the liner comes out, and it is a fully hallmarked, although the hallmarks are worn, fully hallmarked piece of silver. And where are we on? Number 6. Okay, I don't think you need the size of these, although they're about 3-4 inches tall, something like that. Nice things. I think these ones everyone should get. Okay, let's see if you got them. There we go. We got a pair of 1960s egg cups by Wellhouse Pottery of Devon of England. Fully stamped up, lovely retro mid-century pattern. A pair of egg cups. Oh, nearly showed you the wrong thing then. Showed you the item before the photograph. Okay. Get rid of them. Open that up. So there we have it. What's the next piece? This is number 7, I believe. Solid brass. Clearly 2 different sizes. This larger one's about 4, 5, 6 inches tall, something like that. Again, Indian. Indian must be the theme of the day. All nicely engraved brass. Any ideas? Okay. And we have 2 antique or vintage Indian engraved brass elephant claw bells. Don't ask me why they call them elephant claw bells, but that's what they're called. Turn them over. There's the clanger on the inside, and that's how they look from the underneath. I think it's 3 to go, is it? Let's have a look. Yeah, 3 to go. Last 3. I hope you're doing well with these. Now I'm going to give you a clue. Anybody in the music industry will know what this is. Okay, are you ready? And there we go. So we have a vintage chord metronome. Now basically, this is for keeping speed. So this weight here on the bar, you'd move it up and down, and the further down it went, the faster it would travel. So that you'd raise the weight up and it'd go slowly side to side, or you could put it low and it goes. But it's all about keeping speed. You set the speed you want, and you've got to keep to that speed. It's a musical aid, if you like. 2 to go. Okay, so what do you think? This is big. It's about 12, 14, 15 inches tall. It's a good size. I think it's above our size anyway. And it's English silver plate, although a lot of the plate is worn off to make it look brass. Are you ready? It is an antique silver plate brass champagne or ice bucket cooler. So you'd put a bottle of wine, bottle of champagne in there with some ice. Nice little thing, actually. This type of stuff sells Christmas time all the time. People like wining and dining around Christmas. Candlesticks, champagne buckets, ice buckets, drinking glasses. Christmas time is your time. And we got one left. And let's see who can get this one. Now, I'm not going to give you any clues. If you know what it is, you know what it is. I can tell you now it's about 2 inches by about 1.5 inches in size. So it's not very big. 2 inches tall, 1.5 to 2 inches wide. And you can see it's hinged top and bottom. Are you ready for your final answer? It is a vintage or an antique silver plate, Vesta, and match stamp box. So the one side you put your matches, the other side you put your stamps. There's your striker along the front for your matches. Open up there for your matches, and the other side for your little stamps. Look at that. Little stamp book and a matchbox, all in one. How cool. So I've done 3 or 4 of these in the past. Maybe even done a couple of live ones. They're only for fun. You don't win nothing, but test your own antique knowledge. I done a masterclass once. If you think you're really good, go and check out my masterclass one. I am going to do more of these games. I used to love doing them. We used to have a laugh. I used to do them live, and we'd have a giggle at some of the suggestions or guesses. It used to be just a bit of fun. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully you had 10 out of 10. If you did, leave a comment or be honest and leave a comment and let me know how many you actually scored. Thank you for watching if you got this far. Go check out the website, AntiquesArena.com. Check out my YouTube channel. Full of interesting things. Everything's antique related. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.